Hello, 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 hello. John Mason. How is everybody? Hope you're all well. Hope things are good for you. Here in Philadelphia, we're having an air quality emergency. You see, the wildfires going on in Canada have produced smoke and fumes that have gone south down here to Philadelphia and in other areas in the northeastern United States and the Midwestern states. And they have these little chemicals or pollutants that go into the bloodstream. And I have to be careful because since I am of a certain age, we'll go further than that, I've had some heart surgery. And I don't believe I have to put up with it. This goes to show you that climate change, which the capitalist class and a political handmaidens, yeah, I'm looking at you, Donald Trump, are in deep denial. We have to address it. We have to bring our corporations under some sort of control. We can't go with this Ayn Rand bullshit. Well, it's my property. I can do with it whatever I want. Your property is contaminating and killing the rest of us. And if your property is damaging the rest of us, we have no choice but to control your property, which is going to kill us if we let it. And one more thing. And moving on, Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of War Defense, has just put out a video to the troops, our wonderful troops, and I thank them for their service, telling them that any personnel who reaches the age of 30 are going to get their testosterone levels checked. Maybe even a hormone replacement surgery, injections of testosterone, to put them, as he put it, on the cutting edge of lethality. I'm not a scientist, but people who are scientists are saying that it is very dangerous. It could cause great damage to the human body. Pete Hegseth has done plenty of damage already to our military, such as removing flag officers who are people of color and female in favor of white candidates who may not have all the qualifications. And removing from military history all the history of people of color and LGBTQ people and women in our military. So in this upcoming midterm elections for senators and members of Congress and other local and state officials, we must keep those things in mind. Our environment and the damage our human pollution is causing it, and the destruction from within of our armed forces thanks to our Secretary of Weird. I'm not going to be polite about it. And finally, another reason to get excited, fight about, Lindsey Graham. I'm not going to say God rest his soul or eulogize him. Well, here is my eulogy. Before the ascension of Donald Trump, Lindsey Graham called Donald Trump a race-baiting, xenophobic bigot and a kook. And he said that the only way to make America great again is tell Lindsey Graham to go to hell. But soon as Donald Trump gets into office, Lindsey Graham is there kissing his ass. Virtually a caddy for him. Graham was really close to the honored and respected senator from Arizona, John McCain. But when at McCain's passing, he handed the collar over, the leash of the collar around his neck over to Trump. Now, can't say enough beautiful, glorious things about him. Even after the January 6, 2021 rampage of Trump's maniacs through the Capitol, wanting to kill the first member of Congress they see. He kept saying, "I'm done with him, I'm out." But then, he turns around and still kisses Trump's ass. And, of course, I'm not going to be polite, nice about it. Lindsey Graham was a closet queen. He was a closet case, gay as old Paris. I keep getting a sick, twisted kick out of the stories about the male sex workers who have to take care of Graham, like the one who talked about Graham's ladybugs. You can do your own work on that yourself. And that transgender author and sex worker who talked about doing terrible, terrible things to Lindsey Graham while Graham was wearing pink lingerie. Of course I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna enjoy it. Lindsey Graham gets no sympathy from me. While he was cavorting with those young men, Lindsey Graham voted against same-sex marriage. He opposed an amendment to ban same-sex marriage and supported the Defense of Marriage Act, which was supposed to codify marriage as one man and one woman. He opposed the repeal of the "Don't Ask, Don't Tell" rule for military personnel. And he supported the states banning gender-affirming care for trans kids. Trans kids, thereby adding to the climate of the demonization of trans kids. Lindsey Graham is like Pete Hegseth and those corporate creeps who contaminate the air we breathe. They deserve no love from me. I have no love for them. So what does that lead us to, cats and kittens? Get out there and vote. Vote, 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 vote. Vote like your freedom and your nation depend on it, because it does. And on that cheery note, advertisements. Woohoo! All this work I do on my podcast and my YouTube channel, my blog, my poetry, my fiction, all work. And I need to be compensated for my work. I pay money to get this material on these various platforms, and it costs money. And hopefully with enough money, raise it all to a higher level. So, please get on my website, johnomason.com, and click either the PayPal button or the Buy Me a Coffee button and see what we can give. I would greatly appreciate it. And also, Hemperific is a lovely little CBD product store located on Snyder Avenue near 15th Street in South Philadelphia. There you'll find some of the finest cannabis-infused products. Gummies and candies and drinks and teas and lip balm and flour and hand sanitizer and dog treats. Yeah, dog treats, right? Dog treats. Look them up, please. HemperificLLC.com. And also my beloved career and business coach, Michelle Snow. Michelle is excellent in helping you develop your professional career or small business. Let you know what you're doing right, where you need work, and help you network with other up-and-coming entrepreneurs or professionals. Do please look her up. GrowWithSnow.com. Okay? Well, tonight I'm going to be taking part in a community meeting in the Port Richmond area of Philadelphia. Just a quick bus ride for me, to deal with the serious issue of gentrification. That is the terrible, evil, no good, very bad practice of a real estate developer building like an apartment complex or an office building, and pushing out the longtime homeowners in the area. Some of them retirees, a lot of them working class, removing them from their homes. See, with the development of the apartment buildings and the office buildings, the property values of the areas increase, but also the property taxes, which some people can't afford. And so they get chased out of perfectly fine and beautiful neighborhoods, nice working class neighborhoods, fine ethnic neighborhoods, with fine little ethnic shops and restaurants and stuff, are pushed out. And what takes its place? What takes their place? These glorified Lego blocks. They don't look like nothing. That is an issue this meeting, which I'm going to, is discussing. I urge you to take up that issue in your neighborhood. Okay? And on a cheery note, have a lovely weekend. Shabbat Shalom. Bye.